Hey guys, so I actually tried to film this video yesterday, but I went back and looked at it after I got all this footage and I just was like, ugh, I don't know. You know those days where you're probably a little hormonal or something's going on that's just not quite right, kind of making you feel bad? That's kind of what was going on yesterday, and I was like, oh, my hair looks bad, just everything looks bad. But it's that time of the month, so I know that's a little ways. But anyway, today I'm gonna do just a little bit of a vlog style makeup tutorial for kind of when I'm not wearing gym clothes, what I'm wearing, and the makeup that I do when I'm not going anywhere, because obviously none of us are going anywhere. Speaking of, I hope all of you are doing okay. I know it's been, what, 6 weeks now since all of this really got locked down. We're doing good over here. I'm kind of at that point to where I'm getting a little bit used to being at home and doing these things, but obviously I still want to be, sorry, my cat's trying to jump up here. Obviously I want things to go back to normal. My husband's been having to work from home for 6 weeks, so it's kind of been difficult sharing this room that we use for, like, I use for my makeup room and he uses it for work when he's here. And not only that, the kids, come here, Noelle. Do you just want to say, hey, baby? Come here, bud. Come here, baby. Is it Noelle? But aside from that, it's like the kids won't be quiet. So I don't know, it's been different, but we're finally kind of getting in a routine of things, I feel like. And I know that right when we're actually 100% used to everything, I know it's going to go back to normal, which is fine. That's what we all want. So anyway, today I'm going to do a makeup look that I've been doing just every day. I do put some makeup on my face every day just to help me feel more awake and more alert, and just to make, I don't know, just to keep things looking normal. But the key to today is I'm going to do a full face of cream products. And doing a full face of cream products, it's been very hot here in Alabama. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's been hot, it's been humid. We've had a little bit of rain here and there. We've actually had some bad thunderstorms that have like formed tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just gonna show you what I do every day with my cream products and kind of how it wears throughout the day and why I recommend cream products for like the spring and summer seasons. So anyway, let's get into this tutorial, and I'll also show you kind of what I'm wearing whenever I'm not wearing gym clothes, because let's be honest, we're either living in gym clothes or we're living in pajamas. So anyway, let's get to it. Zoomed in a little bit closer to the camera right now. And one more thing, don't mind the hair. I was hoping that Alabama would be able to have hair salons open back up, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen right now. So we're all going to move on with our quarantine hair. Right now, mine is like a dishwater blonde and it's lovely. Just kidding. Right when I get back to the salon though, I'll tell you what, I'm doing something crazy with my hair. Not crazy, but very different. So I'm going to look different in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully they'll open back up. And I'm going to be super beach blonde. But right now, I'm going to start out by putting on a moisturizer with some sunscreen. And this is my Bare Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. You really need to put sunscreen on underneath your foundation, even if your foundation does have SPF in it. But the sunscreen that I've ordered from the Sephora VIB sale has not come in yet. So I will definitely share that once I get it in. But I just put a little bit of this onto my hands, rub together, and just spread it out all over my face and neck. I really like the way this tinted moisturizer feels. I think it just, I don't know, it's nice and lightweight, and it does even out your skin tone really well. And for a lot of you, this is what you could just put on right now, and you know, it would do what you wanted it to probably. But today, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and put some foundation on. All right, so next up, I'm going to go in with some Dior, the Backstage, what's it called? Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I've been giving this little thing a try. Hold on, let me scoot my camera back. There we go. I've had this little sample for a while and I'm trying to get through it because I've ordered a full size of it. I liked it a lot. It's very thin, lightweight. It's a buildable like medium coverage, which I like for right now. Being that time of the month, I need a little bit more than light coverage. So that's why I'm using this one for this video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit over my face and build it up as needed, because I'm gonna be outside a lot today, as long as it's not raining too bad, and I'm gonna be playing with the kids, and I don't need a whole lot of foundation for everyday makeup look anyway. All right, I'm gonna take that and build up the coverage a little bit more because I want just a little bit more coverage than that, and I'm also gonna go down my neck with it. And just a note, I always start in the center of my face and blend outward with it. Okay, now I'm going to go dampen my beauty blender and just kind of smooth over what I just applied. I'll be right back. Okay, now I have my damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of even out all of the foundation that I applied to my face. Although, because this foundation is so thin and lightweight, it really doesn't streak when I apply it with a brush. And you could just even go in and apply it with a beauty blender and it would do the same thing. It just kind of basically applies perfectly. So, I mean, literally every time I use a foundation, I always have to go over it with a damp beauty sponge and just kind of smooth it out. But with this one, I've noticed every single time I've used it, I really don't have to do that. It's not necessary, but it's a habit, so why not? Okay, so for the concealer, I'm going to use, which has been a favorite of mine right now with the warm weather and everything. It's the e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it has a satin finish. It does kind of crease, but if you apply just a little bit of powder, it will help it not do that. And I like it. I just feel like it's moisturizing to my skin, so that's why I use it. But I'm just gonna go in and just do a little tiny bit. A little right there, a little bit on my nose, on my chin, Cupid's bow. Close it up, and I'm going to take my beauty sponge and just blend it out. And for those of you that watch my videos and don't really understand why I do this, like why I put the concealer in these places, these are just the parts of my face that I want to brighten up. Whenever you contour and highlight, you're just adding some dimension to your face instead of just applying foundation and it just looking like a flat canvas. Your face naturally has, you know, curves, and it has parts that protrude and parts that don't, and so I'm just kind of trying to bring more of that out with makeup. And if you just apply foundation without doing any of that, then you're just kind of leaving your face flat looking. This kind of brings it to life a little bit better. So that's why I do that. Now, real quick, I just looked at my eyebrows in the mirror and I at least needed to just brush them up. I haven't done them yet, but they need a good brushing up right now. So to contour a little bit on my face, I have been using the Tarte Cosmetics cream bronzer in the color Seychelles. I think they have 2 different shades. This is the lighter of the 2, and this is some of the most, gosh, it's hard to explain. It blends so easily and so well, and the color is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I watched several reviews on this product before I went out and purchased it during the VIB sale, and I'm glad I did. I've used it literally every single day, and I do like it a lot better than my Milk Makeup bronzer, which, by the way, is still a great bronzer, and I've had this thing forever, and it literally can go on forever. It's probably expired now, I have no idea, but it still blends fine. You know, you could always kind of shave that top layer every once in a while to keep it sanitary. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this and I'm going to take a little Sephora foundation brush that I have. It's a little Sephora Pro foundation brush. And what I do is I tap it in, and I'm gonna make sure my hair is pulled back. Oh, I see a little bit of a streak on my face. Let me get that real quick. sometimes in this lighting, it's kind of like outside. If you put your makeup on, if you don't have a light like, you know, a really big beauty light or something like that, if you put your makeup on and just walk outside with your mirror, you can see places that you've missed. It's the easiest way to check yourself. But so what I do is I take a little bit of that contour shade and I'm just going to add just a little bit. Since we're doing an everyday look, we're not going full glam or anything. I'm not going to do a very harsh contour. I'm just applying the product very lightly and we can build it up. And I'm also going to take it around the side of my face and up to my forehead just to kind of bring the appearance of my forehead for, you know, just I guess to make it appear a little bit smaller. Not that I have a big forehead or, you know, that I think something is wrong with my forehead. This is just how I like to shape my face. So I've got a cat hair. I swear, ever since we got these cats, the one with long hair, she sheds so bad and her little hairs just like float around in the air and I swear they're attracted to my eyes. I can walk around without her in my arms at all, even though 90% of the time I do have her in my arms, but I can walk around without her in my arms at all and literally her cat hair will just float in my eyeball. It's so annoying. Okay, that's all for that. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and blend it out. Normally if I'm going for a more full glam look, I will contour my nose a lot and I'll also contour my lips and I'll also probably contour my face and everything else a whole lot more. But because this is just an everyday like quarantine look, we're just putting on makeup basically just to feel, you know, just feel like ourselves. I'm just gonna go with that. And contour your face for just an everyday look to sit at home is not necessary, so don't think it is. It's just what I have been doing and what I enjoy doing. It just helps me feel more like myself. So that's what I do. And after that's all blended in, we are going to go ahead and do some blush. And today I'm going to use the NARS Liquid Orgasm Liquid Blush. I love this blush, but it is very, very potent, so go in lightly with it. Definitely don't apply a whole lot at once. So I just take, it has a pump on it. I'm just gonna take a little pump, shake it up really, really good because it can get watery. So I'm gonna take a little pump. Literally, it is the smallest pump ever. You see? And I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and take the back of it and just build it up on my cheeks. Very, very pretty pink. I really love this color. And I like a pretty rosy cheek. So you probably can't even see it on camera as much as you can in person. I'm taking another pump, by the way, and doing the same thing on the other side. I also like to take a little bit on my nose, just a tad, maybe put some on my face. It just kind of gives you that, I don't know, that little bit of a soft, pretty, girly look. So that's all we're gonna do there. And then I'm not gonna worry about the highlight just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the eyebrows and the eyes, and then we'll do the highlight and the lips to kind of finish it. Let's go ahead and to prevent my under eyes from creasing, we're gonna take a powder, and I'm just gonna take this CoverGirl Advanced Radiance powder, and we're gonna take just the lightest amount because we're gonna do a full cream look and liquid look today, minus this under the eyes. And what this is gonna do is prevent your under eye from creasing, but we don't want it all over the face because if we're outside and you have a lot of powder on your face, then the sweat is gonna make the powder streak, and we don't want that. Now I have a little brush. It's very, very powdery, by the way, so make sure you tap off the excess. And it's also sticky under here. So what you're gonna do is just very lightly go under the eyes. And this is all the powder we're using, so. Obviously, if you want more powder, you're free to do whatever it is you want, but we're not doing that for me today. Although it really is looking like it's gonna be raining this afternoon, so I guess I could have done powder and been fine. Okay, we're all bronzy, you know, it's starting to look good. We've got our skin tone evened out. So now we're gonna go in and go ahead and do the eyebrows quickly. And the best product for me to do that with is this Precisely My Brow pencil, and I'll just go ahead and do it on camera and show you what I do. I always start, I'm not going to go into a detailed brow tutorial. I know some of you have asked me to do that, and I will at some point. I just think brows are so boring. They make a look though. They can make or break a look, that's for sure, but they're boring to do, I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm just gonna sweep through real quick with the spoolie, and then I'm going to take my pencil. And this is basically just like filling them in quickly is all we're doing here. And I'm not doing them too structured. I'm trying to do more of like a messy brow, kind of just natural look. Okay, so we have the brows filled in, and I like to brush them up a lot just to get that more fluffy appearance. You can, a lot of times, a lot of people will use like a brow powder for this. I don't know, I've just not gotten good at using the brow powders. So I prefer to use a pencil. And then I'll also use a brow gel. And this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the Dip Brow Gel in the shade Taupe. And I like to just go through my brows in the front and just kind of push them up. I really want to do the whole soap brow thing, but I just don't think I have enough brow hair for it. And my brow hairs are not, I don't think they're long enough for it. So I just don't think it would work out. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the eyeshadow. And basically today it's just gonna be simple. I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just gonna do like a bronzer in the crease with a little tiny bit of like a baby wing and just a little bit of a lash on the outer portion of my eyes, which is what I do a whole lot. And I'll just show you like what I do for that. I'm gonna take my NARS Cream Concealer in the shade Light 2.5, it's Creme Brulee. And I'm gonna use this as my eyeshadow base just to even out the tone of my eyelids. I'm not using a lot. It's just gonna make for a nice little base for that bronzer to sit on top of. I always tap it out with a beauty sponge as well. Okay, so we have that down. And I'm going to take just my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade, what shade is that? Private Island. Love these bronzers, by the way. I'm just not going to apply any to my face today because I'm leaving the face just cream and liquids only. So I'm going to take a round brush, a fluffy blending brush, and just very quickly sweep that into my crease. Now we're going to take a little eye pencil. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And I'm just going to, oh, it's in the shade Corrupt. And I'm just gonna go take it along the outer like ends of my eyes, and I'm just gonna kind of smudge it in. And we're just gonna do some mascara and a little bit of a baby lash on top of that. What really stinks about getting older is your eyelids get a lot like wrinklier. And it makes it more difficult to apply eyeshadow like you want to. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I just kind of smoked out that outer edge a bit just to bring it out just a little bit. Once again, very natural look, very easy to do. Anybody can do this. Okay, now that we have that little bit of a base down, we're gonna go ahead and do some mascara, and I'll also show you what I'm gonna do with the lash. I'm applying a very kind of thick coat to the upper lash line, or to the upper lashes, and then just like a very thin coat on the bottom, but I'll probably do that after I apply my lashes. Okay, so a fun little way to add a little bit of flair to your eyes without putting on an entire false lash. It also makes it easier to apply false lashes if you do this. Like if you're not very experienced at putting them on, but you want to wear them just to have a little bit of something going on, what you can do is, like with these are just the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes, and just for an everyday look, this is perfect. You can chop the outer portion of it and just apply it to the outer portion of your lashes, and just kind of adds like a little bit of just a sexy flair to your eyes without going in with like full blown lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my glue to them. And every time I put glue on my lashes, I let it sit for a minute before I actually apply them to my eyes. Kind of make it tacky. It makes them stick better and all of that jazz. And I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on my lower lash line while we're waiting. I forgot to mention the mascara that I'm using. This is just the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I don't normally go and buy higher end mascaras just because I wear false lashes all the time anyway. So this is a perfect drugstore mascara. I use it all the time. L'Oreal has always had mascaras that I enjoy using. And that's one of their newer ones from the past couple of years or so. And I don't know, I like it. I think it's a good one. So I'm gonna take my lash and just apply it to the outer corner of my eye. Like so. What would make this even more perfectly put together is if you took like a black gel liner and you just kind of traced from the middle of your upper lash line to the outer portion and just really hid that little bit of a band that you can see right there. But you know, I'm not gonna worry about it. That's just not what I'm worried about right now. So I'm gonna take that liner also just to make the upper lash line appear thicker. The upper lash is thicker, and I'm just gonna go in the waterline and you know, just go ahead and go toward the middle of my eye with this pencil. Ow, I knew I was gonna do that. Don't poke yourself in the eye. I'm also gonna take it and kind of go along the band as well. Okay, now that we have that all done, let's go ahead and do a highlight. So I'm gonna take my NARS Overlust palette and I'm gonna use the lightest shade as the highlight for everything that I wanna highlight before we add our lipstick. There are two other shades in here. They're both a little bit dark for my complexion, or a little bit too gold toned for my complexion. You know, you have to be careful unless you just want something just crazy out there. Like Fenty Beauty has a Trophy Wife highlight that is super gold, and I love it on certain skin tones. Like one of my best friends has it, and she is way more olive complected than I am, and that Trophy Wife highlight looks amazing on her. And I just can't pull it off. You know, I'm too pale. It's just not, it's not for me. But I'm gonna take these highlights right here are kind of like, they're not a cream. I don't guess they're a cream. I don't know if these are a cream or not. They feel like a cream. They're not a cream, surely not. They're more like, you know, the ColourPop Super Shock shadows and highlights and everything. That is what they feel like. They're kind of bouncy, they're like smushy, kind of like clay. So what I like to do for a subtle highlight here is I just take a little bit on my finger and I just kind of tap it on my face where I want to apply the product. Just like that. And it adds just a really pretty soft glow, which is what we're going for here. Just a very natural glow. Add a little here. To me, these are the perfect everyday highlights. Nose. Okay, now that we have that done, let's go ahead and do the lips. And I'm just gonna do like a soft pink, basically. So a lot of people have asked about this lip product whenever I wear it. This is the Huda Beauty. It is a matte lipstick. It's kind of like a powdery matte. I got these a while back at Sephora and I bought like 4 of them. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. So it's like a powder matte formula. And I like to do my lip liner to kind of give it some dimension actually after I apply it a lot of times. So I'm going to go ahead here and apply this. Okay, so that's the lipstick without any liner. So for the liner, I'm going to take one of my favorites. It's the KKW liquid lip liner in nude 2.5. And I'm just going to kind of go along the outer borders of my lip and just try to blend it in with that lipstick. Take my finger and blend it in. All right, looking at this in the mirror, I'm actually going to take a little bit more blush and include it in this look because I feel like the cheeks need to pop a little bit more than they do. So let's take some. Okay, now I have you guys zoomed out for the finished look, and I hope you got, ooh, I got my hair on my face now. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I'm gonna also kind of film what we do today and we'll see how it holds up by the end of the day. This hair will definitely not be down next time you see me. It's definitely gonna be up because it's hot. I'm telling you, it's hot. And right now it is raining, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be outside too much. If anything, we'll just kind of sit on the porch and play games or something like that. But I'll go ahead and zoom you in and kind of let you see the skin. But I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to film more. I'm excited to get back to it. I've become a lot more comfortable in front of the camera than I used to be. And also don't forget, we are going to be adding a microphone pretty soon, probably next month, as well as some more stuff in the background to make it look a lot better than just this boring little plain area. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited and I can't wait to do more. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see next time and have a great day. So this is what I wear when I don't want to wear gym clothes. What do you think, Kimby? Do you like? Did you pick those out, Ron?
Yeah.
You did good. Do they smell?
Mommy, smell them.
Smell them?
Yeah.
I don't smell anything. These over here look better to me. I do. That's what I just had my nose in, is the purple. They smell a little bit. You love flowers, don't you? Don't you?
I love all of the flowers.
You're so sweet. Oh. Now we are stuck in here doing Legos. In the right, Ron? In the right, Nadia? In the right, Big? And this is our toy closet. Dun, dun, dun.
The closet of shame. Dear sweet Nadia.
Nadia has fierce love. Won't you know? How's mommy's makeup look?
I don't know.
Does it look like normal?
No, maybe, kinda, sorta.
Well, we haven't been outside really, so